Welcome back to the channel. And the Kadokawa Sony saga continues as now Japanese analysts are saying Sony can't afford Kadokawa, not in all complete form. Because we all know Sony has been interested in getting From Software for a long time. Kadokawa wasn't selling, but now Kadokawa's looking to move their industry to somewhere else, to a bigger place. And Sony's first in line. But now, Japanese analysts are saying since Kadokawa came out and said they want to sell all of their business, because we know Sony's interested in the anime side. Of course, they want From Software, all the streaming rights and all that. That's what they want from Kadokawa. But Kadokawa's like, hey, you got to buy all the rest of the shit that we got too. We're not just going to let you just run off with the pieces you want and then leave all the rest of this high and dry. So now, Kadokawa's like asking price is upwards of next to $5 billion. And they like, we don't know if Sony can drop a whole 5 billion on them. I mean, they've done deals before. You know they did Bungie. They gave Bungie too much motherfucking money over there. They gave them like 3 point some $billion, something crazy like that. Kadokawa was going to be more than that. Which, I mean, if they really want FromSoft that bad, they might as well drop that bag. But they're going to lose a lot of money and all the other shit they got to cut out just to get FromSoft. And what if Miyazaki leaves? Because if you're doing all this for the brilliant mind of Miyazaki to make you more games, and that nigga walks the fuck away because he doesn't want to deal with you, how the hell do you recoup that investment? Because people are not gonna focus from something if Miyazaki's not there. I can see it already. If Miyazaki leaves, FromSoft's name is kind of gone, bro. It's kind of gone. So do Sony take the gamble, drop the 5 billion, get Kadokawa, or do they let Tencent slide on in? Because there's Tencent. There's a Korean company. There's somebody else. They're waiting in line. Because I think Sony and them has a deadline to like make a deal before the bid war starts. And they just don't want the price to get too fucking high. Because if Tencent can just walk in and offer Kadokawa $7 billion, Sony can't do anything about it. They just spent like almost $2 billion on like streaming rights for like Pink Floyd and like Queen's music. Because you know Sony does the whole music streaming thing as well. So they just spent billions of dollars on two artists' music, on their libraries to stream and shit like that. So like Sony has been spending money and it's looking like they might not have enough to buy all of Kadokawa. And Kadokawa wants to sell all of the company, not just the pieces Sony want. They're gonna have to buy the bloatware that Sony don't want too. And that's gonna bring the price up a whole lot. So Sony's getting caught in a rock and a hard place with this one. Because either they drop the money, knowing that they're definitely gonna lose a whole lot of that value when they cut all this shit out that they don't want from Kadokawa, but they do want to get From Software and the anime streaming rights, or they let it go to bid and they lose that shit to Tencent. It like there's really no other way for Sony to go about this. I don't think Kadokawa was bringing the price down, especially if they're getting valued at up almost 5 billion. You think they're gonna take less? Hell nah, bro. I don't think Sony got the pull in the industry like they used to. Sony used to be the person that you go to, you get a good deal. Well, Sony used to go to people and get good deals. They used to do it all the time, but now that Sony Interactive Entertainment like face card is starting to dwindle. I don't think people are looking for a good deal for Sony no more, and they definitely are looking for the highest bidder for sure. They let Sony get in first. You know, Sony gets their tryout, but if they can't come to an agreement, then they open up the bid for all these other big ass companies because Sony can't throw dollars with some of the biggest companies in the world. They try to act like they do. They walk around, they throw their money around. Sony got market value in a lot of places. But now since most of these industries just want more money, it's not about what you can actually do for the industry itself. They're just going to sell to the highest bidder, and that's going to be Tencent or Google or Amazon or Microsoft or the Korean company, I forget the fucking name of it, and Sony doesn't have the money to throw around with them. So they don't want it to go to bid for sure, but if Kadokawa is looking to maximize their profits when they leave, Sony's probably not getting this fucking company unless they just go into debt a little bit, slap the 5 billion in their face right here on the table and be like, okay, just give us everything. Because that's the only way they're going about this. They're going to lay a lot of people off. They're going to cut a lot of industries out. Because Kadokawa do a whole lot of things, bro. They got a whole little adult side of Kadokawa. They got fucking magazines. They got all kind of random shit that their business actually does outside of just anime and having From Software. So like it's is an expensive fucking move for Sony to do. But either they drop all that money and risk losing so much in the future, or they're gonna lose it all to Tencent or somebody anyway, because they're definitely gonna have more money on the table when those bids open up. But I don't know. Let me know what y'all think about this down below. This is a crazy story, and we're gonna be covering this motherfucker the whole time. Make sure that like button, subscribe, and hey, I'll see y'all in the next one.